Massive changes are erupting at Ibrox. Rangers are ready to shock Europe with a blockbuster move for goalkeeper. And Russell Martin's been given green light for a massive summer rebuild. AEK Athens are banging on the door with big money for Cyriel Dessers, but that's not all. Rangers are in a fierce race to hijack the transfer of Croatian goal machine, while Cody could be walking in as the next captain of Ibrox. It's ruthless, it's dramatic, and it's all pointing to one thing: the revolution is real. Coleraine Niala, the young French centre-back who arrived at Ibrox from AC Milan, could be packing his bags for a stint in the Championship, and no, not the English one. Raith Rovers are sniffing around, and Russell Martin might just give the green light. Now, let's wind it back a bit. And Niala, only 21, came into the fold last summer and showed some glimpses under Philippe Clement. Then came the chaos. Clement shown the door, Barry Ferguson steps in, and suddenly Niala's confidence vanishes faster than Celtic in Europe. 13 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. Not dazzling, but certainly not dreadful for a raw lad thrown into the fire. Enter Russell Martin, freshly in the dugout. He's said to be taking a long, hard look at Niala before deciding on a potential 6-month loan to Raith Rovers. Now, let's not pretend the Championship is a glamour move. It's mud, elbows, and wind battering your lugs on a Tuesday night in Arbroath, but it builds character, and maybe that's exactly what Niala needs. Thing is, with Leon Balogun out the door, Robin Proper possibly away, and John Souttar's contract running down like the clock in a tight old firm derby, it's not like Rangers are overflowing with options at the back. And don't even get me started on John Sterling's injury bingo card. So if Martin's looking to play a possession-based style at Ibrox, surely Niala, with his Milan background and ability on the ball, should be developed in-house, not sent down a level, especially when you've got a rebuild on your hands and defenders dropping like flies. Would sending an Niala to Raith Rovers be smart development, or another case of Rangers mismanaging young talent while Celtic laugh their way to the next title? Could you imagine Aaron Ramsdale walking out the tunnel at Ibrox in royal blue? It might sound like fantasy, but after Russell Martin's arrival, the rumour mill is churning full tilt. The Southampton keeper, who worked under Martin down south, is now being linked with a sensational move to Ibrox, and you better believe this would be box office. With the 49ers takeover and Andrew Cavenagh at the helm, there's real talk of serious investment this summer. Rangers are no longer just shopping for squad depth. We're talking marquee names, and Ramsdale would be just that. 27 years old, an England international, and once seen as Arsenal's future before being benched for David Raya. He's had another relegation with Southampton, but make no mistake, there's a top-class shot stopper in there, desperate for redemption. Now, let's not sugarcoat it. Jack Butland's end to the season was rocky. He lost his starting spot, and his future's dangling in the wind. Liam Kelly has done his bit, but if Rangers are going toe-to-toe with Celtic, with their smug parade of Premier League wash-ups like Kasper Schmeichel, we need a presence between the sticks. Someone that commands the box. Someone the defense trusts. Ramsdale ticks those boxes. His stats at Southampton, not great. 30 games, 66 goals conceded, only 3 clean sheets. But you can't polish a side that leaked like a sieve all year and then blame the goalie for the flood. Put him behind a solid Ibrox backline and you'll see the Ramsdale that earned an Arsenal move, not the one who suffered for the sins of a leaky Saints defense. The big hurdle? Money. We're not talking a fiver and a bag of crisps here. This would take serious cash, wages, signing fee, the whole lot. But if the 49ers want to make a statement, if they want to send a message to Celtic and the rest of the league, this is the kind of audacious swing that could turn heads. It's bold, it's risky, it's expensive, but it would shake Scottish football to its core. Should Rangers really blow millions to sign a keeper from a relegated side just to match the noise across the city? Or is this the kind of power move Ibrox must make to restore proper dominance in Glasgow? I reckon this news alone deserves a like, don't you think? It really helps the channel grow, mate. Rangers are reportedly stepping up their chase for Croatian striker Mataya Frian, and with good reason. The 22-year-old hitman is catching eyes across Europe after a strong season at Westerlo, and the Light Blues could be on the verge of hijacking Hamburg's move for the rising star. Let's get the facts on the table. Frian bagged 14 goals and added 4 assists in 41 games this past campaign in Belgium. That's not just decent form, it's a lad with potential turning the corner. His breakthrough came at Rijeka, where he exploded with 15 goals in 31 appearances, earning a move worth €5.5 million to Westerlo. Now, with interest swirling from Germany, Spain, and even Sunderland, Rangers need to act fast. Russell Martin, still settling in the Ibrox hot seat, is overseeing a rebuild backed by Andrew Cavenagh and the 49ers. With around £20 million available to spend, it's not just about buying players, it's about reshaping the squad to play his way. High tempo, high press, and plenty of movement. That brings us to the current situation up top. Young, mobile, technical, and still learning the game. He's not the finished article, but with the right guidance, he could become a nightmare for Celtic's backline for years to come. And while Dor Turgeman and Hamza Igamane remain in the conversation, Frian offers that out-and-out striker profile Martin could mold into something special. Of course, Westerlo are demanding around £8.4 million, which is no chump change, but if Rangers wait around, Hamburg will snatch him up and we'll be left watching another prospect flourish elsewhere. This one's simple. Frian might not be the polished star yet, but he's got that fire, and that's exactly what Rangers need in this new era. Would splashing nearly £9 million on a striker who's still learning the ropes be smart business, or another risky gamble while Celtic continue to strengthen with proven winners? Cyriel Dessers, a man who divides opinion at Ibrox more than a VAR decision on Derby Day. 55 appearances, 29 goals, 7 assists. On paper, it sounds like a striker in his prime, but as you know well, numbers can flatter to deceive. And now AEK Athens are circling, reportedly ready to splash around £5 million to take the Nigerian to Greece. It might just be the perfect time for Rangers to cash in. Let's call it what it is. Dessers has had a polarizing spell in Glasgow. He hit the net plenty, but he also missed enough sitters' ears to cost us key moments in Europe and at home. And with Hamza Igamane stepping up as the dynamic focal point of the attack, Dessers suddenly looks surplus to requirement. Remember, Rangers brought him in for £4.5 million under the old regime. To turn a profit on a 30-year-old with suspect finishing, limited mobility, and a questionable fit in Russell Martin's system, that's rare business in modern football. The wages saved alone could go towards strengthening the spine of the squad, especially in defense, where we've looked paper-thin in big matches. Let's not ignore the fact that clubs like Cagliari are also watching closely, and while Dessers still has value on the continent, that clock is ticking. At his age, this summer might be the last realistic chance to bank anything close to £5 million for him. And if Athens are daft enough to call him a statement signing, we'd be dafter not to pick up the phone. Of course, the danger is clear. Sell too quickly and you're left light up front. But that's where proper recruitment comes in. Igamane has the tools, and with the right partner, maybe Frian, maybe Turgeman, we could finally have an attacking duo that suits this new progressive Rangers under Martin. So here's the question you need to ask. Should Rangers flog a striker with nearly 30 goals simply because he doesn't fit the style? Or are we just making excuses to cover up poor service and deeper tactical failings, Russell Martin's rebuild is well underway, and Rangers might just be closing in on a leader ready-made for Ibrox. Cody, the name alone carries weight. With over 400 career appearances, 10 England caps, and bags of Premier League experience, the 32-year-old defender is now firmly in Rangers' sights. The American-backed board, led by Andrew Cavenagh and 49ers Enterprises, have assured Martin that funds will be available, with £20 million pledged for this summer's title charge. And Cody could be the first major domino to fall. Talks with Leicester are already underway, and the feeling is mutual. Martin's a fan, and Cody would bring exactly what this Ibrox squad has lacked for years: structure, leadership, and a defensive general. Let's not pretend our backline hasn't been a problem. Tavernier might bomb forward and bag the odd goal, but defensively, it's been erratic, especially when the pressure's on. And with rumors swirling about his future, the timing for Cody couldn't be better. Cody's not flashy. He's not here to make TikToks or pose with designer boots. He's here to organize, bark instructions, throw bodies on the line, and drag the young lads through a European away day or a brutal winter fixture in Dingwall. That's the type of character Rangers have been crying out for. A future captain? Maybe the kind that holds everyone to a higher standard, not just claps and points. With Tavernier's influence waning and Leon Balogun already gone, the defensive spine needs an anchor, someone who's done it at the highest level. Wolves, promotion battles, relegation scraps, mid-table fights. Leicester, a promotion push under pressure. Cody's seen it all, and he's never hid. This isn't just about plugging gaps. It's about setting a tone for the entire team. Martin wants to play out from the back. Cody's your man. And if he's brought in, expect the rest of the dressing room to sharpen up quick. But here's the real question. Would handing the armband to a 32-year-old signing from Leicester be a bold step towards true leadership, or a damning indictment of the failed era under Tavernier's captaincy? If you haven't seen yesterday's video yet, you're missing out. Explosive news about Rangers that'll leave every fan stunned. Go check it out now.